Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today we're going to talk about tool holders and really the differences between pegboard, French cleats, and OSB. Now, online I see people argue about this stuff all the time, which is absolutely ridiculous because all three of these systems are really great for tool storage, and each one has its own advantages, and I'll show you they're not really all that much different after all, and you might even learn something on the way. So let's start off with OSB. OSB is oriented strand board. It comes in a variety of thicknesses. It comes up to 4x8 sheets, and it's quick, it's easy, it's relatively inexpensive. You can use screws or nails. You can use these pre-made tool hangers. You can mount custom-made tool holders, like I've got this wrench holder here. Let's put some wrenches on it. Right? Got some wrench holders there. You can directly install this tool holder by screwing it in. You can have it on a French cleat system like I have here. You can mount a French cleat system to your OSB and have it like that, right? Or, like I said, you can drill it directly in and have that without a French cleat. It just means you have to remove the screws if you want to move it. And it has very high tool density. It's really easy to rearrange tools, and it looks neat and organized. So the disadvantages of this are when you rearrange the tools, you leave nail holes, and even if you paint it, sometimes people don't find that this is as professional looking as French cleats or pegboard. So whatever. It's a really easy way to get organized. So say for example you're a new homeowner, you throw in a bench that you slap together, it's an old dresser, whatever, and then you put up a chunk of OSB on the wall, you fix it into the wood studs that you have, and you can right away get some screws and nails and just start hanging your wrenches, your hammer. You can put some shelves on it, you put shelves over top of it. It's just quick and easy and efficient and inexpensive. It's one of my favorite ways to organize, actually. So let's get into pegboard. So pegboard, again, it's readily available, it's quick, it's easy, it's relatively inexpensive. You can use a large variety of pre-made hooks, tool holders, and tool mounts. What's exciting and new about pegboard is customized 3D tool holders that people are printing, and you can go to Thingiverse and you can, if you have a 3D printer, you can print off stuff that people have already made. So it's really, really cool that way. So you can custom make tool holders. Like that same tool holder, I can use a square bend screw hook, and that's a square bend screw hook, and I can show you the back of this. So what I did, this shelf is actually for the pegboard, and it's got the square bend screw hooks in it already, and I've just added this French cleat to the back of it so I can hang it up and show you that, right? But really, it's really simple. It's just a simple shelf. It's got a backer board, a topper, a top shelf, chamfer the back, sink in your square bend screw hooks. You bring it over to your pegboard, you put it in, you snap it in place, it locks in, and it's great. You can make your own custom tool holders and shelves. You can mount them with the square bend screw hooks or with drywall anchors. You can take these drywall anchors, and I made this the other day. This is my hammer holder, and I took drywall anchors because I didn't have room for a topper shelf on this. I put the drywall anchors in, drilled holes through this to match up my pegboard, put the drywall anchors in, set that in, screwed it into the drywall anchors, and that way when you want to take it out, you want to move it, you just unscrew it, it doesn't damage your pegboard, and away you go. So another cool way to do it, right? So you've got high tool density, it's easy to rearrange tools, it looks neat, organized, and professional, so that's really cool. Now French cleat, so back to this guy. French cleats, they're inexpensive. Each holder is custom made, so you're going to make one of these for every single tool that you're going to put up, or for multiple tools on one holder. It's really easy to rearrange. You just pick it up. Sometimes you can leave all your tools on it, pick it up and move it. And you can mount heavier and larger tools and shelves because the French cleat boards are usually quite long. They're pretty beefy, and you're going to anchor them in to the wood studs. And it looks good. There's mid to high tool density. It's not quite as high density tool-wise as the Pegboard or the OSB, but it looks neat, it looks organized, it looks professional. So the disadvantages of the French Cleat system is there's no commercial tool holders available for it. So every tool holder has to be made, and it takes a lot longer to organize because you're going to make each and every one of your tool holders. So quite often when you see people do that, they've got a pretty advanced workshop that they've been in for a long time before they make a French Cleat system. It's not usually your first go. So that's it. That's basically the differences. And you can see with this shelf, this is the same shelf. I could use this in all three systems very easily. This shelf here, all three systems very easily. Right here, I've got my saw holder. Yeah. All right, so my saw holder, right? Really easy to make. Again, you can use it in any one of these systems. You can use it in the OSB, you can use it in the Pegboard, or you could use it with French Cleats. So really, there's no difference between any of them. People don't like the OSB because it doesn't look as professional. You use screws, right? Well, you don't have to use screws. There's other things that you can use, to mount your tools. You can mount them on these square bend screw hooks, which look a little bit better sometimes. Pegboard, people don't like Pegboard because they buy these crappy pegs, right? And if you buy Talon pegs, these are Talon pegs, so it has a hook in the bottom, it has this part on top that locks in. So you push this tab in, it's actually a screw, you push that in, this opens up, it locks it onto your pegboard. This will not fall out of your pegboard. Like I have tools on here, and I can reef on it, but it's not going to fall off. Like this doesn't come out. So that's what people have problems with, is the pegs coming out of their pegboard, but buy good pegs. So these are Talon pegs. You can get a variety pack of these. They come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, different configurations. And these are available from Lee Valley Tools. I will leave a link for these. All right, so my final thoughts on this. All three of these are great ways to organize your tools. There's not one that's better than the other. You can use each one of these effectively, and they can look amazing in your shop, and you can hold all sorts of tools with a little ingenuity, and it's just, they look great. So why fight about it? You know what? You like French Cleats? Fine. Put up French Cleats. I like Pegboard and OSB. I'll use Pegboard and OSB. That doesn't mean that I dislike French Cleats. Just that's not what I have right now. So if I have a purpose for it, if I have a use for it, I'm going to use French Cleats for sure. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Anyway, so that's it. That's my thoughts on it. I think that, it's not worth fighting over. Each one of these has got their place, and you just have to find what works for you. All right. Thanks for watching.